Hey everybody, welcome to Reading the Bible to Cats. I don't know what the kitties are. It's the morning, so I'm awake and doing stuff in the morning. Um, yeah, actually. Chester, are you awake? Henry, are you awake in the morning? Are you doing stuff? What are you both waiting for? You're just sitting there looking up at me. Do you want to hear the Bible? Chester? Gussie, look at me. Do you want to hear the Bible? Henry, do you want to? It's funny because Guster pulled that toy off the table, the one with the kitty ornament, and so I thought they wanted to play, and so I took it and was playing with them, but then they were just kind of staring at it, and then they just were staring at me. So let me. Oh, he's looking at it, or maybe there's a little. Let me get it. Okay. And then we'll read Joshua 23. Are you guys going to show everyone how you love this toy? Well, I wish I had the camera rolling when Guster pulled this toy off the table, but okay. Let's look at Joshua 23. Oh, it's a short one. And I'm reading again from the Archaeological Study Bible. By the way, thank you all for your prayers. I don't know why I up saying that, your prayers, but I appreciate it because I do feel better. Okay, so I'm recording this on, what's the date? July 29th, and I will post this actually. I think I'm posting this on Friday. Okay. Because I'm doing a lot of videos in advance because I'm going on vacation. But the kitties have a wonderful kitty sitter who they met and really liked. Right, Custer? Okay. So Joshua 23. After a long time had passed, and the Lord had given Israel rest from all their enemies around them, Joshua, by then old and well advanced in years, summoned all Israel, their elders, leaders, judges, and officials, and said to them, I am old and well advanced in years. You yourselves have seen everything the Lord your God has done to all these nations for your sake. It was the Lord your God who fought for you. Remember how I have allotted as an inheritance for your tribes all the land of the nations that remain, the nations I conquered, between the Jordan and the Great Sea in the west. The Lord your God himself will drive them out of your way. He will push them out before you, and you will take possession of their land as the Lord your God promised you. Be strong, be very strong. Be careful to obey all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, without turning aside to the right or to the left. Do not associate with these nations that remain among you. Do not invoke the names of their gods or swear by them. You must not serve them or bow down to them, but you are to hold fast to the Lord your God as you have until now. The Lord has driven out before you great and powerful nations. To this day, no one has been able to withstand you. One of you roots 1,000. Oh, excuse me, everybody. It is I who is speaking, not the Bible. Let me take that verse again. One of you routs 1,000 because the Lord your God fights for you, just as he promised. So be very careful to love the Lord your God. But if you turn away and ally yourselves with the survivors of these nations that remain among you. And if you intermarry with them and associate with them, then you may be sure that the Lord your God will no longer drive out these nations before you. Instead, they will become snares and traps for you, whips on your backs, and thorns in your eyes until you perish from this good land which the Lord your God has given you. Now, I'm about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of all the good promises the Lord your God gave you has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled. Not one has failed. But just as every good promise of the Lord your God has come true, so the Lord will bring on you all the evil he has threatened until he has destroyed you from this good land he has given you, if you violate the covenant of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and go and serve other gods and bow down to them. The Lord's anger will burn against you, and you will quickly perish from the good land he has given you. Everyone, that's the end of Joshua 23. And sorry, we lost the kitty, so I'm just showing you this former Christmas ornament, now makeshift kitty toy, which they express interest in, but then seem to lose interest in it. Guster, can you please come back into the frame, please? You want to get the toy? Isn't that enticing? Come on, get it. Get it, Custer. Well, if I had his laser pointer nearby, where's his laser pointer? He would come for that, but now I can't find the laser pointer. Oh man. Oh well. Some kitty will come along. That sounds like a song, like a song from my mother's era. Some kitty will come along. Do you know what I'm talking about? What is that song? One day some kitty will come along. I don't know. It's an old song. It's obviously not about a kitty, but I'm sure it's about a man. I guess I can make up a song. Some kitty will come along, that kitty of mine. Oh, look, he's coming. Henry. Okay, back to the Bible. Back to the Bible here. Yeah, so Joshua says that he's very old and advanced in years, so he knows that he's going to head on out. And how did he put it? Did he say, go the way of all the earth? He was a strong person, which I think I mentioned before, like that I recognize now that he's like a type of a foreshadowing of the Messiah, you know, like the warrior Messiah who delivers the people. Just like Moses was a type of the Messiah, but like the intercessor, the mediator. But yeah, he was very courageous. And he talks about the promises of God that they will all be fulfilled. Not one of them has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled, not one has failed. But then, you know, there's the warning that they are not to invoke the names of the gods of the nations, because then destruction, you know, God will will make good on his threat to, he'll be upset. How to put it? Yeah. But it's interesting and also not to intermarry, but it makes me think of the book of Ruth because, Naomi and Ruth, Naomi was Jewish and then Ruth was a Moabite, and but she married a Jewish man, obviously. But there's a whole book of the Bible devoted to her, and then she ends up marrying Boaz. It's like a biblical soap opera with the theme being redemption, of course. But anyway, so she ends up marrying the kinsman redeemer Boaz. But anyway, the point is that she was a Moabite, but obviously she turned to the God of Israel, and it was, Jesus came through her line. Well, and King David, the Davidic line came through her as well, and then of course the Messiah came through that line, Jesus, or Yeshua or Yahshua. But anyway, what else can I say about all this? Sorry, there isn't a kitty here. And it looks like they've left some of their fur on the carpet, which I have to vacuum again. Yeah. So there he goes. He gives his, he kind of gives his final words here, or almost his final words. I think in chapter 24, he's going to really give his final words in Joshua. Oh wait, yeah, we have one more. Is it one more chapter of Joshua? Yeah, we have only one more chapter of Joshua, and that'll be Joshua's final words. Okay, well, let's say a prayer. I wish I had a kitty here. Henry's just staring at me, and then Guster's just staring at me from afar as well. Well, I'll move the camera. Hold on a sec. Blackout. Here's one. There we go. Okay, well, let me say a prayer. Lord, thank you for your word and for your promises, because we know that you keep your word, you keep your promises to not only Israel and the children of Israel, but to those who trust in you, those who trust in the God of Israel and who trust in the Messiah and Jesus. So I particularly like the promise that you've given, which is, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I pray for everyone out there who maybe feels forsaken, or abandoned, or rejected, or lonely, or lost, or isolated, that you would speak to their heart and let them know that you promise never to leave them nor forsake them. I pray, Lord, that you just work that in our hearts. And I lift up the nation of Israel, your land, and pray for healing. We know that it's pretty much the focus of the world, which is prophetic. That's very prophetic in your word, that in the last days that's what would happen. The world's attention would always be drawn to Israel and Jerusalem and be the focus of the world's attention. And Uh-oh, we lost another kid. And anyway, Lord, so I just pray for healing. I pray for deliverance. Pray for the peace of Israel, for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for my country, the U.S., just that people would wake up and turn to you instead of, fighting with each other. Thank you for your blessings. I pray for the hostages that you comfort them and deliver them and help me out, Lord. I need, oh no. Yeah, I want to be a morning person, but I want to, wake up with like excitement, I guess, which I know that's a long shot because I've never ever been like that. But like, yay, a new day. That's what I'd like. I'd like to be that kind of person instead of like, rah. I've got to get going. Right, Henry? Right? You're a night owl. Are you looking at me or to the heavens? Are you looking to the heavens again? All right, everybody. Oh, well, let me finish my prayer. Sorry, Lord. Amen. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.